There were many days I couldn't manage 3 meals. We had nothing. Our house was made of palm leaves.
In the 1970s, in places where the battle against hunger was being lost, new warriors were recruited to the cause. The poorest, most downtrodden, mostly women. A handful of pioneers recognized their worth, that with fair access to credit and other financial services, these new warriors could fight poverty on their own terms.
Conventional banks are always looking for the rich people. Richer you are, higher priority you get. So we reversed it. We said, poorer you are, you get a higher priority. If you have absolutely nothing, you get the highest priority.
After selling the puffed rice and then paying back the moneylender, there was nothing left.
Deepali Rani and her husband struggled to make a living in rural Bangladesh. A series of loans allowed her to make a profit from her puffed rice business and then move into high-volume poultry raising.
Whatever you see here now, my house, possessions, everything, I've accomplished all these things. Now I'm so very happy. I can't even express my happiness.
Microcredit, or microfinance, providing small loans and other financial services to the self-employed, is revolutionary. It puts the borrower in charge of her own development.
Rather than being a handout or a charity, it's an opportunity for the poor to make a decision, to make a financial decision about their lives.
It promotes economic empowerment. It is a powerful way to build assets and self-esteem. It works well with other development strategies that promote health, nutrition, education, and democracy.
It has helped us send our children to school. It has done so much for us.
By the mid-90s, microcredit had found its way to 8 million people, but it lacked a bold vision and remained starved for global recognition and support.
None of the important summits and conferences of the UN in the 1990s emerged with a compelling, measurable goal in the area of microcredit.
In 1997, more than 2,900 delegates from 137 countries came together in Washington, D.C. for the first Microcredit Summit, and to establish a bold global goal to work to ensure that 100 million of the world's poorest families, especially women, receive credit for self-employment and other financial services by the end of 2005.
I think it was a critical decision to have that goal. Giving something a number brings it a reality that your mind can begin to grapple with.
It was a push, a wonderful way to make the people feel that they had a commitment, that they have a role to play.
It was a goal so ambitious that many felt it could never be reached.
There were a lot of doubts. Have you done your homework? Where is the money? What is the framework, institutions, policies? You have nothing.
Few predicted that the Microcredit Summit Campaign would achieve its goal in just one additional year. Seldom has such a major development goal actually been met.
We organized our collective power. We became visible, and we moved an agenda.
And now the Microcredit Summit Campaign has committed to reaching 2 new goals, equally ambitious, by the end of 2015. First, to serve 175 million of the world's poorest families with credit for self-employment and other financial services. And second, to ensure that 100 million of the world's poorest families rise above the $1-a-day income threshold.
That, for me, is the very exciting goal. It's not providing financial services, expanding outreach for the sake of it. It's for changing people's lives.
At the United Nations Millennium Summit in the year 2000, more than 180 heads of state and government vowed to cut extreme poverty in half by 2015. The Microcredit Summit Campaign stands committed to lead the microfinance field in making sure this goal is met.